These bizarre celebrity collections reveal some stars simply have more money than sense. Wouldn't it be nice to have so much money you could sink it into building up a massive collection of stuff? Well, that was the reality for these 16 celebrities. They took their millions and used them to pursue their hobbies, many of which are a little bit odd to say the least. Just remember though, no matter how expensive and interesting your collection of worldly possessions, you can't take it with you. Number 16. Kiefer Sutherland and guitars. Kiefer Sutherland just loves a certain kind of instrument. In 2019, he told Guitar Magazine, "Some people collect baseball cards, some people collect cars or art. For me, guitars are that. They're beautiful works of art. And what I found so interesting was that every guitar makes you play differently." Yep, he's a musician too. Number 15. Angelina Jolie and daggers. It feels pretty on brand that Angelina Jolie owns a collection of daggers. This is a woman who once wore a vial of her husband's blood around her neck after all. She's been collecting blades ever since she was a preteen, and she caused some controversy when she bought her son Maddox some knives at that age too. Number 14. Chris Pratt, Anna Faris, and dead bugs. Chris Pratt and Anna Faris are two attractive, charismatic people. And yet, when they first met, they bonded over dead insects. Faris told TV chat show host James Corden in 2015, "When Chris and I started dating, he invited me over to his apartment, and he also had a dead bug collection. I started to cry. I've met the man of my dreams. We both have dead bug collections." Well, whatever floats your boat. Number 13. James Gunn and Funko Pops. You've heard of Funko Pops, right? They're cute little action figures with big heads, and they're very popular. James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, especially loves them. He himself got to be a Pop in 2017, and he gleefully wrote on Instagram, "My own personal Funko has finally arrived," which admittedly to me is a higher honor than any Academy Award. Number 12. Harry Connick Jr. and cufflinks. Back in 1998, Harry Connick Jr. told InStyle magazine, "I collect cufflinks, but I never ever wear them. I don't even know why I collect them. My Aunt Lil in California sent me some that were my uncle's. They're costume jewelry. I have this case my wife gave me that sits on my dresser. It's full of used cufflinks. You'd think he'd take them out on the red carpet more." Number 11. Mila Kunis and Star Trek toys. Actress Mila Kunis is a secret diehard Trekkie. She got into the show as a teenager and never looked back, which naturally led to a collection of action figures. In 2011, she told GQ magazine, "I've got a bunch of vintage Star Trek figurines given to me by Jason Segel. God, it's so embarrassing." We genuinely have no idea why she'd think that. Phasers set to stunned. Number 10. Janet Jackson and pig figures. Janet Jackson collects pig stuff, but apparently not because she had a particular interest in them or anything. In 2006, the singer told website Contact Music, "I always wanted a hobby, so I decided to collect pigs. I have no idea why. And everyone started giving them to me. I had hundreds of pigs. If you see her, don't offer her a pig though, because she's given it all up now." One of her rasher decisions. Number 9. Martin Scorsese and old movie posters. Maybe this one's not surprising. Martin Scorsese really likes old movie posters, and he has a lot of them. How does he find the wall space? Maybe he doesn't, because in 2015, he handed some of his collection to the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. Of course, many of his own films have iconic posters as well, so maybe those are the ones he keeps for the wall. Number 8. Neil Young and model trains. There's a beautiful story behind Neil Young's model train collection. He started it as a way to be able to spend time with his son Ben, who was born with cerebral palsy. Young's tinkering with the trains created an accessible toy for him. Come 2017, the singer auctioned off his collection, with some of the proceeds going towards a school for disabled kids. Number 7. Rob Kardashian and sports cards. If the reality TV thing goes down the plug hole, Rob Kardashian might consider becoming a professional dealer in sports cards. He collects them, and by all accounts, he's pretty good at finding rare ones. In fact, in 2020, TMZ reported that he'd come into possession of a Tom Brady card worth up to $250,000. Let's face it, though, he probably doesn't need the money. Number 6. Jerry Seinfeld and Porsches. Most people can't imagine owning even one Porsche, but comedian Jerry Seinfeld has a whole collection of them. Maybe that's not all that weird if you're mega rich, but what is a bit weird is that he stores them in a 3-level building with living space for him and a car maintenance crew on standby at all times. Number 5. Sylvester Stallone and old books. It's an unfair stereotype of tough guys, really, but most people probably don't imagine Sylvester Stallone as a big reader. Yet he is, and he collects old books as well. He has a whole library full of beautiful antique volumes and first editions. When he decided to auction some of them off in 2017, a leather-bound set of boxing books were among the lots. Number 4. Jason Momoa and cameras. All the more reason to love Jason Momoa. He collects Leica cameras, and he knows how to use them. Right now, he's working with the company to promote its brand, and pops up on its social media account every now and again. Oh, and his mom was a photographer too. No wonder his Instagram looks so good. Number 3. Charlie Watts and classic cars. Charlie Watts of the Rolling Stones is really into classic cars. So much, in fact, that he has his suits specially made in order to match them, according to lifestyle website Ultimate Luxury Community. And yet, he can't actually drive. He doesn't even have a license. So apparently he just sits in them every now and then and listens to the sound of the engines. Number 2. Swizz Beatz and art. Swizz Beatz is considered by Kanye West to be the best rap producer of all time. And that kind of clout can net you an amazing art collection if you play your cards right. The hip-hop artist practically has his own art museum, and it includes the work of Gordon Parks, Jean-Michel Basquiat, and Andy Warhol. Number 1. Penelope Cruz and coat hangers. To most of us, coat hangers are very mundane items, but not for Penelope Cruz. The Oscar-winning actress reportedly has at least 500 of them lying around. Does she actually use them for her clothes, or does she just keep them so as to admire their beauty? Alas, we may never know the answer.